oh, you the manager? She can't get me in, hook me up. And Daniel took his 3 friends up. And so Daniel became this official, and now we come to a place where we are in chapter 3, and now things are going to start to change. Nebuchadnezzar ordered a golden image, a golden statue to be built. It was 90 feet high and 9 feet wide. Yes, and it sit in the valley of Babylon. And he commanded all of them, the commanders and the governors and the advisors and the treasurers and the judges and all the officials of the kingdom to dedicate something to this golden statue. So all of them came and stood in front of it to worship this golden statue. They wanted this statue, the king wanted the statue to be glorified just like they was glorifying God. People from every nation and race came to listen to the commandment of the king. He said, when you hear the trumpets and the flutes and the harps and all the music, and you come and bow down to the statue that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. There was something about serving like a God that God just don't like. One of the commandments say that put no God before me, because God is a jealous God. But King Nebuchadnezzar wasn't really thinking about that. He built up this great statue and said, come worship it when you hear the music. As soon as the people heard the music, they came and worshiped this statue. And he said, whoever don't worship the statue will be thrown into the fiery furnace. But the king official, he found 4 boys. He found them, they were not going to bow down to this golden statue which Nebuchadnezzar had set up. But they were in high positions. You know how we do when we got somebody jealous of where we are. We have, tattletales, So somebody came back and told the king, sir, you have appointed 3 men in high positions. They are governors of Babylon, but they are disobeying you. It was these Jews, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They refused to serve your God, the statue that you have set up. Have you ever disobeyed for what was right? These 3 Hebrew boys found themselves in a bit of trouble. For all the name of the living God. Nebuchadnezzar had set up this fake God and found out that they were not worshiping. Even himself, he came back and asked them, why are you not serving this God I set up? He said, no, we're not going to serve the God that you set up. King Nebuchadnezzar got furious. He got upset and shifted 3 young men and said, if you refuse to worship the God that I set up, I'm going to throw you in the fiery furnace. Now, I'm going to give you one more chance to serve this God, and if you don't, you're going to the fiery furnace. The king ordered the trumpets to start sounding, the music to start playing, to see if these 3 Hebrew boys would bow down to this statue. But King Nebuchadnezzar saw it for him own self. He said, listen, y'all not going to do it, but I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to get ready to throw you into the fiery furnace. All right. And then the 3 Hebrew boys said, Your Majesty, we don't need to defend ourselves. The God we worship will save us from you and from the fiery furnace. The question comes to mind, what do you do when you have to stand alone? The question comes to mind, what do you do when you find yourself on the same side with the enemy? What do you do when all your friends are turning into enemies? But I want to remind you that you are not in the fire yet. You're just feeling the heat. So what do you do when your fan club becomes an angry mob? In the midst of these things, we must reach inside of us and find an answer. We must find courage. What is courage? Courage is the quality of mind or spirit that enables a person to face difficult times. Courage is the quality of mind of a person that causes us to face danger and pain and even lies, backbiters, and bad situations and dark circumstances, but without fear, with confidence and with resolution. The strength to hold on. It is the faith to see the way out when all the doors are closed. We need to find courage, but we don't need to find it within ourselves, but we need to find courage within God. Come on, somebody shout glory in this place. See, the reason we have to find courage in God is that God will never forsake us. The song says that when I can't go anywhere else, I can go to the rock. God told the children of Israel that in the midst of hard times, be of good courage. Fear not and be not afraid, for the Lord thy God, he will be with you, and he will not fail you or forsake thee. In these times, we need some people that will stand for right. God, if we don't stand for God, we'll fall for anything. The world has a strategy for getting money, but we must find something within ourselves that says we're not going to do that. The world has their own strategy for getting over, but we must make up in our mind and find within ourselves the power to stand, to keep holding on, and to stay in order. We must find a fight within us that will cause us to say, I'm not going to stand for this, but I can stand in the midst of this. The three Hebrew boys said, even if God does not save us from this, we will still not worship the God that you set up. Nebuchadnezzar's face got twisted. He got angry with the men. He told them to turn up the fiery furnace. Turn it up 7 times hotter. Next, he commanded some of his strongest soldiers to tie up the men and throw them into the fiery furnace. See, the king wanted it done at that very moment, so the soldiers tied up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, threw them in the fiery furnace. They had their clothes on and still had their turbans on. And the fire was so hot that it leaped out and killed the soldiers. They was faced with the fire. And I'm confident that it's hard to have courage in the fire. But I believe that you in this room today are in your own fiery furnace. The devil has set up a hot place for you. The enemy has thrown you into a place that makes you feel like that you're going to die. My God. But I want to tell you to have courage under this fire. What is fire? Fire is usually a severe trial or severe trouble. It is a destructive burning of something. It's when you are under attack. How is these three Hebrew boys' situation, revelation for us today? Well, just like they had their own fiery furnace, we have our own fiery furnace too. Our fiery furnace could be a financial furnace. It could be a family furnace. Our fiery furnace could be even our job could be a fiery furnace. Our home could be a fiery furnace. Not being able to get over could be a fiery furnace. And I know sometimes things look